What's new, Poke Crew? It's your Krow back here, and I'm bringing you a different kind of video. So, as you may or may not know, I have a league. It's called, well, Me and Tactical Monkeys. His Twitter link will be down in my description. We started the NPCC, the National Pokemon Competitive Conference. And right now, I'm just going to be doing a draft analysis video. Something that I've never actually done before. So, this is going to be interesting. Stick around if you want to, support the series, or not really a series, but support the channel, because I'm going to need all that help. Let me know what you think of this video. I'm not going to try to make it too awful long, but we did draft about 12 mons, and I don't want to leave anyone out. So, bear with me. So, I did have help from a good friend of mine, the Scruffy Fox. I mentioned him in a previous video, so I did have help from him, making this roster. Now, we needed Vault Turn. We needed, Stealth Rocks. We needed ways to get rid of those rocks. We needed, just everything. We needed, fire, water, grass. We needed Fairy, Steel, Dragon. So, luckily, we were able to get all of those, and you're gonna see, in a second, how good, they are, because I feel like we did choose a really good roster. So, for our first mon, we needed to decide, what we wanted to bring to the table, what we wanted, to kind of scare our opponents with. So, our first choice was the Mega Metagross, which, yeah, we have it in the league. And so, thinking about that, if he ended up being sniped, we needed a second choice, Mega Altaria. So, going into this, I was second to last to choose, so that really sucked. So two problems occurred when we tried getting a Mega Metagross. One, that, I was second to last, so it was bound to get sniped. And the second problem is that it got sniped. So that's just my luck right there. But no, that's what you have to face going into leagues and everything like that. But it got sniped, and we had to kind of move forward. We had to think of a plan B, which was the Mega Altaria. Now, the problem with that is that it got sniped. And we now had to think of a plan C. Thinking about that, we went back to the drawing board. We went to go think of the Indigo. What did we use in the Indigo League of Legends that we didn't really show full potential with? And we thought of the Mega Gardevoir. The Mega Gardevoir is a powerhouse. It really is. It's very deadly used correctly. Now, with that, no one can really switch in on some of its moves. It's very versatile. It's very powerful. So we chose the Mega Gardevoir. Now, that was 180 points. We do have a point system in the NPCC, so that makes it kind of difficult to kind of choose which mods you really want, but we chose Mega Gardevoir just because we didn't really show the full potential of it in the Indigo League of Legends. So I'm just very stoked and very excited that I'm bringing Winehouse back to a league. So I'm very happy that Mega Gardevoir is coming back. So our second turn, we thought, at this point we should probably get some rocks. And thinking about that, we had a bunch of mods to really choose from. We wanted Steel also, because like I mentioned, we wanted Fairy, Steel, Dragon. Mega Guard is our Fairy, and so we needed a Steel. I was thinking Registeel, but Scruffy Fox thought, Skarmory. Skarmory is a better mon than Registeel because it can do a little bit more than Registeel, and so we chose Skarmory because it gets rocks. It's part bird, so it can get Brave Bird, it can get Roost, and it hits on those grass types with Brave Bird. So I'm very happy that we chose Skarmory. It can get all sorts of things. I think it can get, it gets Toxic, right? Toxic or T-Wave? I'm not sure, but it gets one of the two, and so, if not both. But Skarmory is going to be a good mon to really use in this league, because it can get Defog as well, if I'm not mistaken. So there's our Defogger. If we really need it, I don't know if we will, because you're gonna see later on in this draft that we don't really need Skarmory as a Defogger. But moving on. So right now we needed Volt Switch. If we can't get U-Turn, then we need Volt Switch. So what we were thinking, at this point in time actually, I was at work, and the problem with that is I couldn't draft. So, with that being said, we needed, the NPCC needed someone to go to pick mons for me, you know, to choose what I wanted to choose. So they went to the Scruffy Fox, and from this point on, it's all going to be Scruffy's choices, which are phenomenal. I really do love them. Moving forward, anyways, so we wanted Volt Switch, and we did want, you know, electricity. Electricity helps against the waters, against, if no one brings a ground type, then we can just Volt Switch for days, really. Or T-Bolt for days, however you want to do it. But he ended up choosing Jolteon. Now, Jolteon is a fast mother, and it's very versatile. It can get anything, really. It really can. And it's an evolution, and as you're gonna see later in this draft, we did get another evolution, which is amazing. I love it. Jolteon is powerful. Depending on what mods you're bringing, you can't really switch into some of the moves that Jolteon can learn. Only because Jolteon hits so hard in that special attack area, and it is so fast. So unless you have webs up, you can't really stop a Jolteon, unless you're Scarf, of course. But so we chose Jolteon. It's a great mod. I'm happy. So moving forward, actually in Jolteon, I think I had Jolteon in Indigo at one point. I think I remember having Jolteon in something. Maybe it was the PGL. But anyways, I'm glad that I'm able to use Jolteon once again. It's gonna come in handy, it's gonna come in clutch, and I love it. Jolteon's a great mon. So for our, fourth pick, at this point in time, we thought, you know, we should probably get a water, because like I mentioned, we needed, water, grass, and fire. So at this point in time, we kind of needed, water, and we didn't really know who else to really choose. At least he didn't really know who else to really choose, so he thought back. He thought back to the Indigo, and he thought of how much this mod put in the work. And he surprised me, and I just want to hug the guy for choosing this mod. He chose Melodic, Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink is coming back to a league. She's coming back to the NPCC, which is very, very funny. Because Melodic is the little, like, mascot for the NPCC. The reason why let me explain this real quick. The reason why we have, like, a mascot, quote-unquote, keep hitting the mic, sorry, is because we called it the National Pokemon Competitive Conference, and it was kind of cool, because Melodic gets the ability competitive, which, you know, we thought it would be kind of cool, you know, to have Melodic as our mascot, if you, whatever you want to call it, just because, you know, National Pokemon Competitive Conference, Melodic is competitive, and it's pretty cool that way. It's pretty sick. I love it. But yeah, Melodic, Pretty in Pink is coming to the NPCC. It's such a good wall. It really is, and it gets a pretty decent move set, a move pool, because I've used it before, as many of you have, and the, you know, Pretty in Pink Melodic is just fantastic. I love that mod so much, and I'm super happy, super excited that I'll be able to use her once again. I'm just thrilled. I can't wait to use Pretty in Pink once again. I can't wait. But moving on, because I don't want to make this video too long, so moving on, we needed at this point, we needed a ground. We didn't have a ground at this point. So either we were going to choose a ground or possibly another grass, but we didn't really want dual grass. So at this point, Scruffy decided to go to the free agency list, I believe he was, and he ended up choosing Mamoswine. Now, Mamoswine is a great mod that personally I have never used. The reason why I've never used it is because I'm just a dumbass. I don't know. I don't know any other reason, but I've never used it, and I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to use a Mamoswine. I really can't. Thick Fap, you can ban the thing, Life Orb, if you really need to. You can have it as a wall, I think, right? Lefties? I don't know. But I can't wait to use it. I really can't. Mamoswine is such a great mod. It's actually one of my favorites that I have never used before, and it's so weird. I've never used a mod that I actually like. It's weird. But Mamoswine is going to be our electric immunity, which is fantastic because we needed one. We needed one bad. Looking at our choices so far, Mega Gardevoir, Skarmory, Jolteon, Melodic. We have, I mean, well, anyone can really get hit with the electric, you know. I mean, what, Jolteon gets Volt Absorb, I think. But still, everyone else can get hit with electric. So Mamoswine is there just to it's immune to electric, and that's gonna come in handy. I'm happy. I'm happy that we're able to get a mon that is immune to electricity, because I think all leagues really need that. But moving on, because like I mentioned before, we need a Volt turn. We have a Volt switch already. So our next mon, we needed fire. We have water. We have electric, or we have water. We'll get grass later, as you're gonna see. But right now we needed fire. And who's gonna be a great fire mon? There's a lot of them. There's really a lot of them. Arcanine eventually gets sniped, so we can't choose Arcanine. And there's there's Emboar, but we didn't really think of that. We thought maybe, I think Scruffy thought of Emboar, only because this mon is also the same typing as Emboar, if I'm not mistaken. But he ended up choosing Infernape. I think Infernape was on the free agency. I think, I'm not sure. Like I mentioned, I was working. I don't know what the hell is going on. But he chose Infernape, and I've used Infernape so goddamn much. I can't wait to use this mon. In fact, I can't wait to use all of these mons that I have in my roster. But this one mon, I am really excited to use because it gets U-turn. Like I mentioned, we needed Volt turn. We have Volt switch, now we have U-turn. And it gets a lot of things. Guys, Infernape is deadly. It really is. I'm sure many of you have used it. Anything. I don't want to reveal too much of his set because, I don't know. I don't feel like I should really give away some of the moves that I plan on using on some of these mons, only because what if my opponent is watching this? What if he predicts me to use some of these sneaky tactics? And I don't want that. I don't. I plan on winning, so I don't want to give out too much. So, Infernape is our next mon, and it's going to be a wall breaker, basically. It can hit so damn hard if you're not ready for it. So we have our fire, we have our water, so next up, we needed a grass mon, and our grass mon, we thought, should we have Venusaur? We weren't really sure if we should have Venusaur or not, but I was talking to Scruffy Fox, and I told him that I wanted a mon that can, get aromatherapy. I wanted a mon that can possibly get Heal Bell or whatever. So I needed a mon that can help out the team. Whether it being healing or just leech eating or whatever the case may be. I needed this mon to help the team. So thinking about that, he ended up choosing Roserade. Now, no, that's not true. I've used Roserade twice, I believe, and I plan on using it a hell of a lot in this league, because why wouldn't I? If I'm gonna bring Melodic, I might as well bring Roserade, right? And Mamoswine in that case, but Roserade is gonna help out a lot, because I think it should get aromatherapy. I'm not sure if it gets Heal Bell, but I know it gets aromatherapy, so if any of my mods get paralyzed, poisoned, or burned, Roserade, I almost called it Roselia, but Roserade is there to help. Roserade is there to take away all status conditions. I can't English today, I'm sorry. But I'm just so excited to be bringing this video to you guys. Roserade's gonna help out a lot. Now, thinking about that, what else did we need? Roserade can be defensive, if I'm not mistaken. It can be specially defensive too, I think. I don't know. I'll find out, I guess. But the next mon that we wanted to choose was a mon that, well, is a wall in itself. However the phrase goes, I can't English today. I'm sick, I'm sorry. But we needed a mon that can baton pass. Volt switch, U-turn, baton pass are the three that will really come in handy. I've never actually used a mon to baton pass. I've used a mon to baton pass, stats, but stat changes. But I've never used a baton pass. I'm so sorry. That was gross. Baton pass, as an actual move to get the hell out of there. So we ended up choosing the other evolution, Umbreon. Umbreon is a great wall. It gets toxic, it gets foul play, it gets baton pass, like I mentioned. And it's just a great wall. Yeah, you can cripple the thing, you can destroy the thing. But Umbreon is a mon that I've never used in League format. I've never used one in League format, so using one in the NPCC is gonna be amazing. It's really gonna help out a lot, only because it gets toxic. You know, I can wither down some of these mods. I can take down some of these mods slowly but surely. It gets, you know, as everyone knows, it gets foul play. So if I go up against possibly a Registeel, or not Registeel, but a Metagross, and I'm sure I will, a foul play is there to damage that thing so hard. Because foul play hits on how much your opponent's attack stat is, I think. But I know it hits on the attack stat. I'm not sure if it also hits on the special attack stat. I'm not sure. But foul play hits hard. So Umbreon's gonna come in handy a lot. It's gonna help just as much as Roselia is going to, and I can't wait to use Umbreon, shiny Umbreon. Oh my god, I really need to check out some of its moves I can learn, because I'm probably going to be excited even more than I am now. But you know, it's good that we had a dark type mod, because we needed something to resist Psychic, so I'm glad Umbreon is there. So thinking about that, thinking about how we have a dark, we at this point needed a ghost. We needed a ghost to be immune to all these fake outs, to be immune to all of these normal type attacks, quick attack, whatever, facade, you know, just whatever. We needed a ghost to be immune to all of these, and we also wanted this mod to be fast, because you can Life Orb this thing, you can Scarf this thing, you can even Specs this thing, but it's Mismagius, however you want to call it. We have it. We have Mismagius, and I've used it before, and I absolutely adore this mod. I only have good things to say about Mismagius. It can get T-Bolt, it can get, obviously, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot, Specs the damn thing, Life Orb the damn thing. You can even give it Leftovers and try to be like some sort of specially defensive wall. But it has pretty damn good special defense, even if you're not running it as a special defensive wall. But Mismagius is gonna put in the work. It's gonna put in the work. We can even have Hidden Power, whatever, you know, whatever our team needs, we'll have Hidden Power, whatever, to hit on that side that we will need help on. And so I'm just thrilled that we picked Mismagius. I wasn't sure, because at this point, like, from here on out, I was at work, so I didn't really have much to really say, so I just relied on the Scruffy Fox to really make good choices, and by looking at it, he made excellent choices, not just good, but excellent. And so he, I think at this point, let's see, it was, I think, okay, Gengar was actually taken after Mismatch, but Gengar was actually more points than Mismagius, so it was a great option. Mismagius was a great option, looking at how many points it was. It was 40 points, and so Gengar was a lot more. I'm not sure how many more. I have the list in front of me, but I can't really see it right now. I can't see Gengar, but Gengar was a lot more than Mismagius, and having Mismagius on our team, she's going to help out a lot. I can't say anything bad about this mon. I really can't. She's going to help out. The next up mon that we have is, at some point, we really wanted to either choose, we needed a dragon. Like I mentioned, we needed a fairy, steel, dragon. We have fairy, and we have a steel, so we needed a dragon at this point. And looking at some of the other options, Garchomp was taken. There are so many other, dragons that we could have chosen from, but Hydreigon got sniped. And who else got sniped? We got Haxorus got sniped, and I'm not sure who else. I don't know. I can't see. But anyways, so we needed a dragon bad, and this dragon can learn Defog. I think it gets Tailwind. I have to double check, but it gets Defog. It gets Recovery, Roost. This thing can be a special attacker. If I wanted to throw somebody off, it can be a physical attacker as well. But we chose Latias. I'm gonna have to talk with the Scruffy Fox about why we didn't really, well, actually no, he said one of the Latias. So at this point in time, I was home, so I was able to choose Latios. I was able to pick that up, so now we have our dragon. We have a Defogger if we really need it. We have Skarmory and Latios that can learn a Defog if we really need it. But as you're gonna see in our next choice, we might not even need Defog, because we do now have a Rapid Spinner, but I'll get to that when it comes around. But Latios can be a Specs Pokemon. It can be Bandit, I mean, I guess if you really want to be different, I've only seen walls, you know, toxic defoggers. I've only seen those, I've only seen special attackers. I barely see, a physical attacking Latias's. I don't know. Latias, I don't know. But I've never really seen Bandit or physical attackers, so that's gonna be different. I have to double check on Latias's stats and everything to see where it's at in physical and special. But more so than none, we're probably going to be using this as special or a wall. Because it gets, like I mentioned, defog. So if we're going to run defog, then we should probably use toxic. I talk a lot with my hands. You probably haven't really seen much because of my webcam, but I talk a lot with my hands. Anyways, that's besides the point. I'm sorry. So Latios is gonna put in the finest of work, only because if our next mon gets taken out, and if we have Latias as well, we can use Latias as a defogger. We can get toxic. I think it gets T-wave. I don't know. Maybe Willow. I doubt it. But needless to say, Latias is gonna put in the work. So our next mon that we chose, we needed a rapid spinner, like I mentioned before. We needed rocks. Skarmory gets rocks. And our last mon after this gets rocks as well. So we have rocks. We have a couple options to get rid of rocks and defog, but if we don't want to use them as defoggers, then we needed this mon to be a rapid spinner. Starmie was our choice, because even though we have another water, Starmie, it hits very hard, and it's very fast. We could sash the thing to take somebody out, you know, Hydro Pump, Scald if we don't want to miss. I think it gets agility, I don't really know. Starmie's already so fast. We could even Scarf the thing if we wanted to. It gets Psychic, Psyshock, because it's part Psychic. Starmie's gonna put in a hell of a lot of work, because it gets Rapid Spin, which we will need. And the good thing about Rapid Spin is that it's not like defog, where you don't get rid of your opponent's rocks, you only get rid of yourself. You know, you get rid of your side, which is good, which is amazing, because if I want to get rid of my rocks, that's the problem I had in the Indigo. I wanted to get rid of my rocks, but I didn't want to get rid of my opponent's rocks, you know? So that was the problem that I had in Indigo, because every time that I used defog, I got rid of everything. And unfortunately, we didn't have a Rapid Spinner, but now we have a Rapid Spinner in the National Pokemon Competitive Conference, the NPCC. So, Starmie's a great, great choice, and I'm so glad that Starmie was available. It's very, very versatile. We can do anything. Anything, guys. We can do anything. So, moving on, because we're almost 23 minutes, and I apologize for the length of this video. I've never made one of these videos before. I thought it was fun to do. I'm sorry. But, continuing on, our next and last mon. We thought maybe we should get another ground type mon, because this mon can get stealth rocks as well. I'm not sure if it gets spikes. Maybe it gets spikes. I think Skarmory gets spikes, but this mon gets rocks as well, stealth rocks, and it's pretty cool that we have a couple options for stealth rocks. And you know, we also needed another dark type mon, just because this mon can hit on the physical side, and it's gonna be a great mon. It gets Intimidate and Moxie. So our last mon is Crocodile. Crocodile is going to put in a hell of a lot of work. The reason why I keep saying that is because these mons really, really will put in a hell of a lot of work. They really, really will. I can't say anything bad about Crocodile either, because Crocodile, Intimidate, Moxie, it's scary. I think it gets Sucker Punch. I don't know. I've used it before. Crocodile is scary as all hell. It is. If used properly, it can win us the league. Honestly, it could potentially win us the league, I want to say, because it's scary. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Sucker Punch, Foul Play, I don't know. Intimidate, Moxie. I can do anything with this spawn. I have a tank. And the reason why I say tank is because it can't really live too many hits, but it can definitely dish back attacks and destroy everything in its sight. It can, and it's going to. I'll make sure it will. Absolutely. But I'm going to be ending it right here, because we're almost 24 minutes in now, and I didn't want to make this too awful long, but like I mentioned, I've never done anything like this before. So, I mean, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me ranting on about our roster. If you guys enjoy seeing me do some of these videos, then please let me know, because I enjoyed making this. Let me know what you think of my roster. The Mega Gardevoir, Skarmory, Jolteon, Melodic, Mambo, Infernape, Roseroid, Umbreon, Mismagius, Latios, Darmanian, Crocodile. They will be all down below there, so, you know, whatever, you'll be able to see it. But let me know what you think of the roster, because I'm stoked! I'm stoked, I'm happy, and I can't wait. I can't wait for week 1 of the NPC to start. You're gonna be seeing the NPC logo somewhere in here, but the NPCC Twitter link and everything will be down in my description, so make sure you check us out. We need all that support. It's gonna be a fun as hell league, so make sure you go show us some love. Show this channel some love by RCS, rate, comment, subscribe. But I'm gonna get the hell out of here, but I hope you guys all have a great day. I'll catch all of you all on the flip side. Bye.